A live look at Camp Randall Stadium in Madison. Basically a month into the season, here in Week 4, and teams are starting to reach a critical portion of the schedule. It's the Illinois Fighting Illini and the Wisconsin Badgers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Illinois head coach told me before the game, this is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Illinois about to kick it away to get things started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The give. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises. And I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical. And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team, and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
That's caught. It's Dupree. There he goes. And he's still running after the move. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback.
Finding some room. He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7. The Badgers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wide receiver going in motion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very...
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
They've got some serious work to do to keep that last one from messing up this drive. 2nd and 19. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
From the gun on third down, Joseph. Looking left. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Creates a little space.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Looking to throw, it's Boyd. Takes the easy one to the back. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end.
It's very early in the college football season, but this coaching staff has to be very pleased by what they've seen from their quarterback. He's making real good decisions, and he's been accurate. That was his 100th completion early this year.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Quickly out to the tight end. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
And I like what the quarterback did to finish the run. He buys a little bit of time, scrambles out to his left, and as a right-handed quarterback, you really understand you got to square those shoulders while you're running, which can be difficult if you want to throw an accurate throw like he did right there.
On the move, he fires. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Illinois! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Coleman. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Keeps it on first down. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Throwing Joseph. He spins that thing down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Secures it at the 30. They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. To the air, it's Boyd. Under fire. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Running inside. It's Valentine. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Illinois has the lead here as we get a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Still looking, on the move. Finds his big tight end. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
Looking to throw, it's Boyd. Punts it out of the air. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Now the connection takes it to the 11.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He'll take it himself. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in 3rd and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, like, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Illini! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And he puts through the extra point. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Taken in on the right side by Coleman. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Badgers headed quickly to the line. Running into the open space. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not...
Snags it and he's open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And the offensive line and the quarterback has to do their job on screens. They got to sell. Pass down the field, pass down the field. Offensive line releases. Quarterback now snaps his eyes to the running back. The running back does the rest with the big boys out in front creating a pass.
The Badgers look to keep this drive humming. There's a crease. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. 1st and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Well, decision time right now for the head coach because the opponent is way out so far in this game. I do know it's early, but you've got to know defensively you've had some problems stopping them. So is kicking a field goal here going to be enough? You might want to consider going for this.
Here we go on 4th and goal, ground to cover. Making side adjustments here. Joseph to throw for it on 4th. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Looking downfield, it's Boyd. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
He steps out of bounds at the 16, but now they have some room to operate. Backed up at the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. The give out of the gun. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Escapes the pressure going right. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel fit.
Snags it, and there's running room. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And now that completely changes the thought process for this offense. Like, you're thinking, don't make a bad play, don't turn it over, understand I might have to punt the football. Now you flip the field position immediately, looking to be aggressive to get some points before the half.
Wants to throw on first down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Throwing on the run. Intercepted. Big play, stops the drive.
How about the athletic ability by the midfield? You know, you got those big linebackers in there used to taking on fullbacks and offensive linemen the whole game. He understands for passing situations, I'm getting drops. I'm getting deep in my drops, playing the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, making the INT. What an athlete.
Joseph unloads it left. Makes the grab. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. Wisconsin stops the clock, uses its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down.
Here we go. Ready? Go, go.
Wants to throw it again, and why not? Floating away. He's going to take off. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on.
And he makes the catch inside the 20. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. Throwing Joseph. Looking for the score. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
No rest for the wicked for this offense. They are taking shots. You just saw a big explosive play on the previous one, and right away they get back to the line of scrimmage and they throw it in the end zone. They have got this defense on their heels.
They'll go back to the air on second down. It's complete. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. Timeout is called. They let it get down to 3 seconds before stopping the clock, and they'll have a chance to put points up before the break. One more snap coming before halftime. And going to the run is going to backfire as the clock runs out here in the first half. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 11 team, the Penn State Nittany Lions. And it's the Buckeyes trying to stay perfect as they eye a 5th straight win. It's been a dream start to the season, and really this game here today as well. Time to find out if they can finish the job.
So the Fighting Illini offense comes out ready to go to work. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming. Back to pass, it's Boyd. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Breaks free, and he might be gone. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag drag him down at the 42.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Illinois picked up the first down. Now here they come again. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. The Badgers start this drive as the offense looks ready to roll. The defense set them up with a turnover, and now to try to cash it in. Breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And a great job on the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Joseph. Right down the middle. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And guys, I just don't know what to say about this offense. Like they take a deep shot, they try it short, they've really just struggled to try to find any way to move this football. They've dug themselves a hole, and now they've got to find some answers. Maybe find your guys, your go-to guys. Players, not plays. Maybe that's what they need to get something going right now.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Bringing the heat. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier third down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the first down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on third down. And shoot, and I got fourth down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Throwing Joseph. Shoots it to the left. A strike downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Badgers are in the hurry-up. Offense changing the play. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Got it. Shakes a man, and he might take off. Touchdown, Badger. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They'll try to get the two-point conversion here and make it a three-point game. He gets it in for the two-point conversion, and now they trail by only 3. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Illinois offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
So now it's 2nd and long. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Now adjusting. He had a chance to get rid of it and avoid the loss. Instead, the defense pushes him out of bounds for the loss. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Let's see what he can do with it. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Here comes Wisconsin's offense to get this drive underway. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense...
It's a fumble on the play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Out of the gun, the running back has it. 7-yard pickup on that one. It's now 2nd and 3.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Makes the catch. It's Clement. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease...
And that is interception number 3 on the day.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the third quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that. This guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
And it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smarter.
Got it in the middle. It's Coleman. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
Love the play call. I love being aggressive there in the first play of the drive, backed up on your own end. There's a lot of coordinators that would just try to run the ball, get some more room, get into a rhythm, but they're taking a shot right away, buying some real estate. Receiver.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
It's in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
Dropping back, it's Boyd. Throws to the tight end. Complete in the middle. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Got a little grass. And they're able to keep him from scoring as he's guided out of bounds at the 5. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Fighting Illini. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. That's the end of the period. It's Illinois with the lead. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. Pocket breaking down. He'll take a deep shot here. And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. Joseph fires to the wideout. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
The Badgers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield on 1st down. Moving out to the right. He'll pull it down. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2. And, man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Throwing Joseph. Rushes on him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And this offense just can't get out of their own way. 3 possessions, 3 turnovers. Jesse, you have to take better care of the football. They're turning this thing over like they're a nonprofit.
Yeah, this thing goes back to football 101 now. 5 points of pressure. Everybody who touches the football. Forget about X's and O's in schemes and personnel groupings. You just have to do the fundamental things correctly, and it is killing them in this game.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. To throw, it's Boyd. Here's the pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Second down, they'll go to the air. With the catch, it's Platt. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
They're setting up the screen. Tried to set up the screen, and the defense wasn't having it.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield, and he's got some speed and wheels himself to run with him. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left. But, man, that clock is ticking. And they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. To the air, it's Boyd. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
The kick is on its way. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Buys a little time with his feet. Going to try to get it himself. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
And this offense has got to keep pumping it out. Nice job. You get the first down. Nice scramble by this QB, but you're going to put the ball in his hands over and over and over again. You've got to score multiple times. This offense has got to be in hyperspeed.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Joseph takes a shot as he lets it go. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And this is exactly the situation you want to get in as a defense. You got the lead late in the football game. You know they got to throw. And what do? You get to the quarterback, you hit him, and you get pressure on him. And then what happens, Palmer?
Yeah, it's complimentary football, David. No question about it. They're just putting the hammer down right now with the lead. The defense playing accordingly. Now giving it back to their offense for an opportunity to pad this lead even further here as we're in the fourth quarter.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. We'll send the tight end in motion. Dropping back, it's Boyd. Under fire. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. They'll go to the air. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Might be calling a hot route. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense really needs to get yardage in chunks here. Just a few minutes to go and a lot of field in front of them. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. Throwing Joseph. He's taking a deep shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
Fires to the right. He's got an open man. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. After the holding penalty, 1st and 20 for this offense. Joseph. Here comes the heat. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. Looking to fire. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Bennett slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And this defense knows exactly the spot they're in, man. They are up. They've got their more defensive backs on the field. They're dropping back. You can tell they are taking away the deep ball. Nice job understanding situation, understanding clock, and what the offense is trying to do to you.
Still 3rd down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Again, it's Joseph. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
Well, it's a nice interception. At this point of the game, up 2 possessions in a 2-minute situation, the offense is so predictable. You know they're going to throw the football. So everybody on defense, they're just trying to see the ball thrown and then breaking on it. Nice job coming away with that turnover.
The sure hands, it's Huff. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tight end now in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing, you're expecting.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Illinois coming out with a 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Huff. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground with the running back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.